All right, then we'll move right along to number 9 on the list. Henry Mews, defenseman for the Ottawa 67's of the OHL, the previous home of Marco Rossi. To those of you in the chat that want to say mean things, how dare you? Henry Mews, what do we know?
Really interesting player, like definitely a 6-foot right shot D-man, so teams are going to love him. An interesting player, though, like decent skater, not the most physical dude in the world, although I think he could be because he's super strong. But he plays just an overall pretty reliable game where, he'll make the occasional high-end flashy play, but I feel like a lot of his game is just surrounded or is kind of like really not necessarily conservative, but just like making the right play. Like I think he's just a super smart player where he's not forcing plays. He's almost like a higher ceiling Ryan O'Rourke minus the physicality part, where it's just like he knows exactly what he is, the type of player he is. And he's also cognizant of like who's on the ice with him. So he knows where to be at the right times. So again, but he does flash that skill. Like you see it pop occasionally. I mean, I think he put up 31 points in almost, I think it was like 50 something games this year on a real good Ottawa team. And like, by the way, the Ottawa team that ended up trading for Pavel Mintyukov. So like, I think he was really popping off offensively at the beginning of the year. And then all of a sudden Mintyukov came like, okay, now Mintyukov's going to play 30 minutes a night and put up 2.5 points per game. Ottawa was the best team for a long time in the OHL. And again, as a draft -1, Henry Mews was playing a big role, probably playing 24, 25 minutes a night. But he's a right shot D with size. He's super smart, defends well enough. And again, another guy in transition. He's a very good player to have on your team, especially if you're a forward. You don't really have to do a whole lot of legwork. So I like him a lot. I'm just curious to see where the actual like ceiling is with him. But I do think he just plays overall like a well-rounded game. And I'm curious to see if the offense continues just to flash even more and pop, just because you see flashes, you just don't see it every game. But a lot of that had to do with the fact that he's playing on the same team as Pavel Mintyukov, who is unbelievable. So, I like him a lot. Again, doesn't hurt that he's a right shot D-man.
That always helps. That's 6'7". So, yeah, that's great.